In this video, I'm going to show you how I form up these steps off of my lean-to back patio back here in the back of the barn. I have two steps coming down off of here to the sidewalk down here. So I'm going to frame it up and I'm going to pour it by mixing bags of cement by hand. Or I might, hopefully I'll probably rent a cement mixer to do this. So stick around and see how I do it. So I have a planter boxes on both ends here, and that's going to be the ends of my steps. So that'll be like a permanent form board there. And I'm going to go about with a 5-inch step. It'll be a nice easy step. You could go 6 or even 7 inches, but I'm going to go 5 just because I don't have all that far to go, but it's too much for one step. So I got to split that into 2. So I'm going to go 5 inches down here. And then my total length is just over 2 foot, so I got 12.5 inches for the tread length here, another 5 inches down, and then another 12.5 out to here. Now I've sloped this just a little bit, put like a plumber slope on it. That means the bubble comes just back past the center line. Maybe it's a little bit more than that. So there's level. So I'm about 1/4 inch and a foot there. Okay, so I've got some sand in here and it's already been compacted when I poured my lean-to. But it's going to need to be compacted again. I'm using the hand tamper for that, and that should work pretty good. So the first thing I'm going to do is set this outer board. This will be the form for the bottom step. So I can see I'm a little bit high. Kind of make a mark where I gotta be. I'm just going to scrape some of that out of there. Actually, that's really close. Right there. But I think I'm going to have too much sand in here. So what I want is at least 4 inches thick all the way up. So that means where the two steps meet, I want to have 4 inches there also. Otherwise it would crack right along that line. So I'm going to have to pull some of the sand out of here. Might have to pull more out, but we'll start there. I stretch a string across this form board on the outer edge right there. I can see that it's warped a little bit, so I want to get that pushed in to the string. Like so. I want to get the top of this down below the form board. The bottom form board is in. So I'm going to get that sand compacted really good and then put my upper form board in and then put some bracing up to it. Dry sand doesn't compact very well, so I'm going to get it nice and wet. Okay, so here's what I got. Up here, cement will be 5 inches thick. And even more, but when I get to here, that cement's going to be like that. Now I'm only about 3 inches thick, so I want to get that down a little bit more. So that profile is a little closer to 4 inches thick right there. That's what I'll work on now. Sand's all compacted. I've cut my form board. So I not only ripped this to the height of my riser, but I cut it to length to fit in between my planter boxes. So this board, my top form board, I toe nailed into this planter because it's already got dirt in it. And all my sand is compacted. I have my 4 inches here. But the problem is this board is pretty wobbly. So I need to brace it from here back to this board here. So that'll be the next step. So that's the end of part 1. In part 2, I will figure out how much concrete I need to pour these steps, and I'll show you how I do that. And then we'll mix up the concrete from bags and pour it in and finish it off. So look for the next video. It'll be up in this card up here. And if you want to see how I poured the floor in the lean-to, I'll put it in this card down here.